any advice for me, Jonathan, as we wrap it up here? You know, a needy, self-absorbed young comedian looking for a stable relationship with women. You've been married for 33 years, as you said. My dad's been married for 33 years, coming up in November. But I don't ask him for advice. He's
never.
What can you tell me, as a man who was once in your shoes?
You know, this is an odd piece of advice coming from your psychiatrist. But I think it's all about the ass. And that's, I'm not making that up. Some woman told me that when I was in college. She said, I don't have to worry. As long as with this booty, I don't have to worry about anything. And she was right, she didn't. She also was a heroin addict. But no, I think you need to trust your heart. Good night.
Trust your heart. Do you have any advice on any apps I should be downloading? Any new apps out there?
Chicks with dicks.
I thought that was
charity. Oh, you know what? There's a great new app that a friend of mine created. I know him as Ben. You probably know him as BJ Novak.
BJ Novak, sure, from The Office.
He created an app called the List app, which is just a wonderful. It's not public yet, but I'm gonna.
The List app.
Yeah. Can you?
Is this available on iTunes? Yeah, sure.
It will be probably next week. It'll be available, and because everything he does succeeds.
Like this mic is better.
Okay. And this is, I'm going to read the names of some of these lists, and stop me if you want to hear the list. Where do we go when we die? Tough gigs. Men I think are attractive.
Yeah,
let's
try that one. Why not?
George Clooney. Guys that look like George Clooney. Things I found on eBay.
Yeah.
Things I found on eBay are an antique recording device, antique microphones, and an antique moral compass. But these are not all that.
Some of them read as jokes.
Yes. Why I don't play for the Celtics?
Yes.
They never asked. I'm short, and I'm not good at basketball. I'm going to do one more because this is rude to read lists. But I think you're going to enjoy this one. Things that are more difficult to find than a needle in a haystack. A job writing for TV. An inexpensive intellectual property lawyer. A noodle in a haystack.
A noodle in a haystack. That would be harder, I think, than a needle. We need to change that expression.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan Katz, for the list.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I got to thank you for being here, and David Feldman as well, and Keith Tarver. And Rand, this is cool. I mean, really, I've been a fan of you for so long, and a special connection. Multiple sclerosis affects you and my mother, Toby, for many years, and you've done so many good things for the charity up here. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've raised a lot of money for the MS Society doing benefits. I did a benefit last week for the survivors of a benefit I had done the week before. MS is just this bizarre, very arbitrary illness, which is like a sci-fi disease. I'm sure your mom will bear this out.
Yeah.
I saw a doctor, and he has sort of a holistic approach to the illness. He said, no more alcohol, no more salt, no more red meat. I said, what about sex? He said, I'm seeing someone. Make me stop.
I don't want you to stop. Do you want to take us out on one final Jonathan Katz golden oldie zinger?
Okay, this is a lot of pressure.
or more MS jokes, because I know you got more of those.
Can I ask you?
Wait, David, ask the question.
Yeah,
what
please.
was your father was a pimp, wasn't he?
Well, you know.
Or he is a pimp.
No, I knew when I was a kid that I wanted to be a psychiatrist. But when I became of age, I took work as a pimp.
Oh.
But because there was nothing out there. But thank you for asking. My daughter's, my older daughter, when she was 15, she asked my wife and I, if she could go on birth control pills, and we didn't think she was old enough, so we gave her placebos.
From the mind of Jonathan Katz to your ears.
That's a perfect
Perfect,
joke.
just
That's a
perfect
joke.
Perfect joke.
That's perfection.
I should probably call it quits, but I have to tell you about my younger daughter, who when I was walking to her school one day, she sees a dead squirrel on the ground, and she asked me, "What's wrong with the squirrel?" And I realized in that moment, it's not what you say to your kids, it's just having the courage to speak. So I said, "I'm not sure, but your mother has a drinking problem."
I think we'll go on that one.
Yeah.
Feel good about that? Jonathan Katz, David Feldman, Keytar Bear. How about Keytar Bear? Bring us out, Keytar Bear, with something good. And Boston, thank you so much, Improv Boston. I really appreciate it. My producers, Alex, for driving up. My dad, Marty. Mike and Tom at the theater. And maybe we'll be back one day. Tell your friends. I want to develop a following here, too. You know, I do the shows in New York. It's not that far. I'll go to Providence, too. I'll go to New Hampshire. I'll go all over the place. Portland, Maine. Why not? RunningLateShow.com. Tell your friends. Thank you so much. Have a good night.